Okay, we should be live. I'm going to make sure everything's working, and then we can start. Audio is good. Alrighty, so now we can get this show on the road. I apologize for the delay, everyone. We had some tank assembling going on. What is good, MP, MMGK, Danny, Nickinator? Please tell me my trade. Which trade? Is there another? Oh, God. Is there a new one? Oh, Lord. Ugh. I mean, the vote kind of says no. So I think for now that'll be a no. Sorry. Fraud. Get the lates out now, guys. You can let them rip, okay? I haven't even looked at which games won the second poll because I've been so focused on moving as fast as I can. Okay, it looks like we made good choices. So we will be watching the Chargers and the Jets in Week 9, and then the Bears and the Lions in Week 11. We'll simcast the Broncos and Voyagers in Week 10, along with the Ravens and Chargers in Week 12. Okay, so you guys made good enough choices. As long as one of our games was watched, I'm cool with it. And it's going to be against a pretty talented Jets team. Before we get started, the one slider I would like to change is that I think I already boosted interceptions. Never mind. Okay, I think we're good. I wanted to move picks up, but I think I already did. Good thing I have my second controller with me. All right, there we go. Let's get the random number generator up and ready. Lands on 1. That's rare. That means I get to pick. Ooh, okay. What are we wearing today? My first opportunity to really pick jerseys for an actual watch game. New trade. Actually, oh my lord. You guys can vote on it as we watch this game. How about that? Do I want to do powder blue, white, royal, or navy? I've been most excited about doing the navies. And it's a night game, so I feel like I have to wear something dark. I'm rocking with the navies. I think for a day game, like that's when we break out the powdered blues. I think that's the plan. Thought I accidentally just unplugged the PlayStation wire. That would have been bad. All right, let's get this show on the road. Week 9, Monday. I think it's Monday night. Is it? It's one at the prime times. I don't remember which one. Sunday night, Monday night, one of them. The Chargers and the Jets. Octi against Nick. One of the biggest rivalries we've had in OFL. I still have not beaten this dude since OFL 20, the year where I absolutely owned him. But he's beaten me 3 years in a row. Our most recent matchup was in an OFL Bowl, and we don't need to talk about that. No, no, no. Should be a fun one as both teams are pretty good. The Jets are 4-3. The Chargers are 5-2, winners of 4 in a row. We added to the defense, acquiring Denzel Ward and Quay Walker. Thank you, Little Jaw. I ruined a top 10 I think the white helmet with the navy bolt looks better. I think it looks clean the way it is. L plus ratio plus 28-0 plus Godly sucks. I hate it here. Chargers will start on offense. Certainly the strength of the team. The number 1 scoring offense in the league, despite the fact that we've played one less game than just about everybody. Led by the dynamic backfield of Jalen Hurts and Sean Tucker. I built my team to be successful in the sim. So far that's come to fruition. I have no idea how it's going to be in watch, though. This is the one concern I have with this team. Maybe not concern, maybe more so question mark, because I don't know what to expect. Here's Sean Tucker on the first play of the game. I am pleased. He gets 14. I thought he was going to get more, to be honest, but I'll take it. The glazing that's about to happen is going to be generational, only if we play well. If we don't play well, there's going to be no glazing, except for Sean Tucker, because he's our king. He still deserves it. Up the middle, good throw. Is that Hakeem the Dream? Hakeem Butler, the current tight end. I say current, maybe there's another move. I don't know. We'll see. But with Juwan Johnson out for the rest of the year, he is penciled in as the starter. We also have Mo Alley Cox. Hurts lobs it up, incomplete, looking for that's D-Hop. I was going to say Debo. Broken up by Bengal legend, Chidobe Awuzie. Hooday. Here with no volume. Oh, so that means we can trash Nick and his trash team. Okay, that's fine. Do I want Logan Thomas? Honestly, sure. I only have 2 quarterbacks. I need another emergency QB anyway. He can actually throw the ball, unlike current starting quarterback DJ Reader. 3rd and 6, up the middle for Nico Collins. That's a gain of 9. Good play. Awuzie can get those and not Surtain. Well, yeah, Awuzie's better. My other king. Back to 44. Sean Tucker bounces off a blocker. Pretty good run. Gets him about 4. Tucker coming off a not-so-good game last week. Only 20 for 66. The efficiency for Tucker's been a little lower than I would have hoped, but I think he still leads the league in rushing touchdowns, so we have that going for us. Quick throw. Collins cannot hang on. Good play by 53. Listening to the stream while in AP... Wow, AP and advanced. Damn. Double whammy. Crazy how the best watch game rusher is Lamar Jackson. I would hope the best rushing quarterback, probably in NFL history, is the best one. I would hope. Should have drafted Tucker over Surtain. I think a lot of people should have drafted Sean Tucker. I had him rated as the #1 non-quarterback in the entire draft pool. I don't know how he fell to my second pick. Another good throw. Chargers are moving it slowly but surely. Not a ton of big plays, but we haven't really needed them. Our team has not gotten that many big plays. Hurts' longest pass this year is like 30 or 35 yards. Which on one hand, it's like the offense clearly lacks explosiveness, but on the other hand, it seems like our ability to consistently drive down the field is very nice. Everyone probably forgot about Sean Tucker getting boosted. I guess so. I mean, I said it, and he was right there. Fullback handoff. Raheem, oh wow, I put Mostert at fullback. I didn't even realize that. I guess that's one way for him to get some extra touches, so I guess it's fine. Jalen Hurts is in the zone. I like that. As Sean Tucker is pleased to enter the end zone for a touchdown. A long and sustained drive leading to a Sean Tucker touchdown. I don't think it's that the Jets have no defense. I think it's that this might be the best offense in the league. So, we just did what we've done throughout the first 7 games of the year in the sim, and that's just march down the field methodically and score. 12 plays, 78 yards, not a bad start. Little too stubborn on building defense first. My strategy was generally the opposite. I've kind of prioritized offense, even though 4 of my day 1 picks were on defense. But I went for the offense approach, and I mean, we do have the #1 offense in the league, so not to pat myself on the back, but so far so good. Still a lot of time to go. Here's Dak Prescott, who's been pretty good this year, maybe not at the MVP level as a guy like maybe Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but he's been pretty good. They also have a guy named Nick Chubb as well. That's not Nick Chubb who gets the ball. That's Jaleel McLaughlin, Youngstown State's finest, who loses 2. Harold Landry, who's been the best player on the defense, brings him down. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, there's a nice throw for 13. The glazing is crazy. Why are you surprised? That would be a recap of Houston versus the Browns. I'm not convinced we allow less than 14. I get that our defense has played a lot more like they should. Harold Landry again. But the Jets' offense is good. I think they had the second best backfield in the league. Also the second best backfield in this game. But they've got a good quarterback. They've got a good running back. They've got good weapons. They should be able to score 20-plus points. Good run for Dak. Nearly gets the first down. I kind of thought he did. Can I make Tajay start my starting quarterback? You can do whatever you want. It's your team. Third and 1. I don't think he got it. Oh, he did. He got it right at the end. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. It looked like initially he didn't, but he broke off the initial tackle. Dak and Nick Chubb are not better than Najee and Lamar. That's false. Lamar's been arguably the MVP. He's been better than Dak, but I still view Dak as like a top 5 quarterback in the game. And then Nick Chubb is arguably the best running back. I mean, for this season alone, how many running backs are you picking over Nick Chubb? The answer is not many. I don't think there's one for this season. 2nd and 6, good throw. Christian Kirk, I forgot they had him. Yeah, they've got a nice little trio with him, Olave, who I thought that was at first, Curtis Samuel, and of course Kyle Pitts at tight end. It's a screen! And it doesn't work because Nick can't run screens. Who would have guessed? Taking Joe Burrow over Lamar was not the best choice. So far, Lamar has certainly been better. It's early, and Joe Burrow hasn't been bad, but he also hasn't been at the MVP level that he realistically should be. So in hindsight, yeah, I would have probably picked Lamar. Make sure my backup quarterback starts. Put it in depth chart so I don't forget, because I might forget otherwise. You all wait until Justin Fields comes and slams you. Justin Fields has a passer rating over 100. Respect him. Good throw. I think that's Olave. Going 70 and a 35. And that'll end the first quarter. Both offenses looking strong so far. The Chargers march down the field, get a touchdown, and the Jets appear to be in business of doing the exact same thing. DJ Reader and Tajay Sharp. What happened in the game I love? Kenny Pickett is the 12th-ish best quarterback. I feel like that's a little high after his watched game disaster, but I don't think he's too much lower. I mean, he's been fairly good for the most part. 2nd and goal after a solid run by Chubb and a touchdown-saving tackle by Martin Emerson is Jaleel. That's not Jaleel. That's Chris Olave out of the backfield. Oh, I know why. Nick is using the San Francisco playbook. Oh, that explains it. Because he's in, like, the Debo role, so he's getting some touches out of the backfield, it looks like. Okay. Maybe I should use the San Francisco playbook. It's Olave from the Jets. Make sure Sauce has pick artist and acrobat. Okay. Aren't giving Derrick Henry enough flack. He was kind of underwhelming, you're right. I still trust him as probably a top 5 running back for the rest of the year. But you're right, he was a little underwhelming. I'm using the Niners playbook. Well, I guess Justin Jefferson has the Debo role as well. Jalen's still in the zone. Things we love to see. Good run for Sean. What is going on, Denmark? I am at school. Nerd. And your defense obviously was tissue paper. That was the biggest issue of that game. Herbert was doing everything you wanted. 3rd and 7 after a couple of not so good runs. Hurts is under pressure. He cannot get rid of it. Matt Milano with the sack, and the Jets get a 3 and out. Very impressive. 2 least favorite people. Who are the 2 least favorite people? We play DJ Reader and Orlando Brown at corner. We are in for an experience. Who does Seattle play the rest of the year? I don't think we played them. I hope they play the Raiders. I guess if they don't play us, they wouldn't play the Raiders, unfortunately, because that would be cinema. So today, at least, Seattle, we know, has Baltimore Week 9. They play the Commanders Week 10. I should probably look before Dak does something cool. Or that! Oh, I gotta get the clip. Hold on. I forgot he's on my team now. I'm not used to this. That's the wrong one. Here we go.
This matchup with Ohio State has paid off. 3rd and 5. Stroud in trouble. Stroud is sacked again. Go.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, where were we? Who does Seattle play after the Ravens and the Commanders? So week 11. This might be the bye week. Oh, no, they play the Rams. And then week 12, they play the Niners on Thanksgiving. 3rd and 12. They just run it with Chubb. He does not get much. Good news. I don't know who David Waters is. Is that a source? What happened? What is he reporting? Did we trade Isaiah Livers again? That would be awesome. Not a water punt. College football game plans to launch on July 12, 2020. That's awesome news. Wow, that's exciting. That's great. That's probably right around the time we would have expected it. So pretty much 6 months. Wow. That's great. Rare EA Sports W. I'm thankful for playing the Seahawks. If you guys lose that game, if anyone loses to Seattle built the way they are, that's not the meme of the year. That's going to be the meme of OFL 24 by far. Oh, here's Sean Tucker. Good run. Do you like my new starters? Oh, Lord. Every position change. Oh, no. Oh, God. Alrighty. I guess we have another tank to assemble before we simulate. Sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me. It means we have a better tool for OCAA. That's true. And it means I can finally use updated jerseys. I can't wait. 6 months cannot come soon enough. I might not sleep for 3 days after that game comes out. That's all I'm going to be doing. His tank was late. I don't allow scheme changes, but I do allow depth chart changes, which counts as position changes. I'll allow it. 3rd and inches. Sean Tucker breaks off the big run. Could have been more, but he gets it to the 39. I like that we're trying to run the ball, even with the Dallas playbook. Tajay Sharp, legacy drive. Okay, well, at least there's only 7 position changes. Seemingly had like 17. Nice throw up the middle. Butler is wide open. Other than the one sack where Hurts kind of panicked, he's been pretty good today. And Sean Tucker's in the zone now. That pleases me. Oh, wow, there's only 2 minutes left in the first half. This game's going quick. Risky throw. That's a nice catch. And Hopkins is hurt. I'm not surprised. He took a hit. And he's not going to the locker room. Thank God. We don't exactly have a ton of receiver depth. We've got a lot of depth. Receiver's not one of those positions. I think our third receiver is Mac Hollins, which I guess you could do worse. Nice catch. He's in. Is that Mo Alley Cox? Yes, it is. Using his basketball box-out skills to get the ball. Everybody's dancing. Look at Sean. And the Chargers are back on top. I had all 25 typed out. Thank God. DJ Reader at quarterback is enough. Better than Austin Hooper. If you know, you know. That clip will never not be hilarious. That was short. Even if it was short, which it might have been, we have Sean Tucker on the roster. And we have Mr. Tush Push himself. I mean, if any team should be able to succeed in a short yardage position, it should be the Chargers. Full-on blitz on the screen. Joey Bosa in the backfield. Oh, no, that's Zach. Wait, Zach Allen's not a superstar yet. Keyword is yet. That was the superstar in the backfield. That was Bosa. Dak Prescott is not Joey Bosa's type of quarterback, so might be a rough day for him. Good run by Chubb. Good tackle by Asante Samuel Jr. Buddy is glazing. Nothing I'm saying is wrong, to be fair. Willie Snead or Joshua Palmer? Where are you putting them? Kicker? Nick had the IQ of drafting all offense in the fantasy. I think offense is a little more important. I don't blame him. Defense isn't bad. Sure, they've had 2 pretty mediocre drives today, but again, you have to realize we are the #1 scoring offense in the league. allowing 28 points is not unreasonable. Can't win if you don't score. This is true. Another nice tackle. Both teams' tackling's been really impressive. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the Eagles' defense after watching that for 60 minutes yesterday, and it's like nobody knows how to tackle. But the tackling in this game's been really good. The glazing is insane. I'm complimenting both teams right now. The Jets have tackled really well, too. Can't lose if the other team can't score. That's also true. You're not wrong. Dak under a lot of pressure, throws it away. Can't lose if you never show up to the stadium. Can't you just forfeit? There's Denzel Ward, who has been traded 5 times this year already. 5. It was almost 6, but I ended up keeping him at the last minute. Denzel Ward, poor guy's been flipped around like a blunt. Good throw. I think that's Kyle Pitts. Yes, it is. That was a nice catch, too. And now Dallas has it in the red... Dallas. The Jets have it in the red zone. I'm still not used to this. Not quite able to hold on there. That was Olave again. Really making me choose between Octi and Nick. To be fair, I gave you your pick back. I didn't have to do that. I gave it back. Denzel Ward is like... He's exactly like Chris Godwin. That's a perfect comparison. Dak, incomplete. Kirk was wide open. I'm surprised Deron Bland didn't catch that. That was a good route, though. Kirk was wide open. 3rd and 10. Incomplete again. Is that Quay Walker? No, that's Owen Popo. So holding them to 3, I think, is a major win. If the Jets had scored a touchdown there, which they had a couple opportunities to, and tied it up, that would have been kind of bad because they start with the ball in the second half. Can you name the 5 NFL quarterbacks like all-time or currently? Currently, Jared Goff has won. Baker Mayfield has done it. If it's all-time, then obviously Tom Brady has. But if it's current, then he obviously does not fit the criteria. I almost said Matthew Stafford. I mean, technically Stafford won it 2 days ago. Peyton, there you go. All-time is 6. Ooh. I'm trying to think recent. I almost said Carson Wentz. Obviously, that's not true. Oh, God, they're both in the zone. Hurts rolls out. Is he going to run with it? He will. Get out of bounds. Why didn't you get out of bounds, you idiot? We are so lucky that we recovered that ball. Did Joe Montana win one with the Chiefs? Favre is definitely Favre, yes. That's a good one. Rivers did not win one with Indy. He lost. As that'll wrap up the first half. We dodged a bullet there at the end, Jalen. So the Jets are going to start the ball. If they can take the lead, that'd be gigantic. How many have we named? 5 or 6? Did we get them all? I think we got them all. Offense, pretty good. Defense, I hate them. It's not your fault we have the best offense in the league. Just saying. It's not glazing if it's true. Did Breeze win one in San Diego? That's a good question. I would think not, but he maybe did. I don't know. Mark Brunell wasn't the starter, but he won playoff games on multiple teams. I imagine the criteria is that you would have started. Lion legend Mark Brunell, technically. Vic. Ooh, that might be a good one. Did he win one with the Eagles? He had to have had one. I imagine with Atlanta as well. He had to have had one. Trent Dilfer. Oh, fumble! I wasn't even looking. He was probably down. That felt like a late animation. Dilfer, Brunell, Jaws. Who's that? Oh, Alex Smith. Oh, that makes sense. Jeff Garcia, Norm Van Brocklin, Randall Cunning. A lot of Eagles on that list. Damn. Boo for the... Yeah, he was definitely down. Yeah, no question. That was Quay Walker with the tackle. Did Randall Cunningham win one with the Eagles? I would imagine if he's won one with multiple teams, I would think he would have won one with the team that he played for the most. Vinny Testaverde's a good one because he played just about everywhere. And he played forever. Kerry Collins, would he have won one with somebody else other than the Giants? Kurt Warner made a Super Bowl with 2 teams. How did we not think that's like an obvious one? How did we let him go? Big tackle again. Who's 57? I need to get used to these jersey numbers. That's not Harold Landry. That's Brennan Scarlett. Why is Brennan Scarlett on the field? Carson Palmer definitely did. Would Fitzpatrick have won multiple playoff games? Did he win one? I don't even know if he did. Rivers won one with San Diego and LA. I imagine that wouldn't count because it's like the same organization. Palmer, did he not win one with the Bengals? I feel like he might have not. That actually feels like it makes sense. Tyrod, I think, would have only won one with Buffalo. Yeah, because after that, he was just a bridge quarterback the whole time. Another nice throw. The Jets, I almost called them Dallas again. The Jets have it at the 8. Still being used to Nick being the Cowboys along with Dak Prescott here makes this so confusing. Yeah, Tyrod technically did because he was a backup, but I imagine it doesn't like count him. Good throw. The Jets are going to take the lead. Robert Tonyan, Big Bob, with the score, and so the Jets are up by 3. So they march down the field. They get 7. And now it's time for the offense to get back to business after a near catastrophe on the last drive. Bengals had a 30-year... Yeah, that sounds like... How did I not remember that? Well, no, wait. Yeah, no, they didn't win one in the 2010s. That's right. Why did I almost think they did? Injury. Oh, now we don't have Matt Collins. Cool. Who's our next receiver after him? I don't even know off the top of my head. Jeez. Sean Tucker gets by a couple defenders. I don't know if a tackle for loss takes him out of the zone, so that could have been bad. Gannon would make sense. He definitely obviously won some with the Raiders, and he bounced around a few other places. Hurts on the run. Don't fumble it. Okay, thank God. I'm playing the slot now? I mean, having Nico Collins and Deebo Samuel there to help me is going to make my job a little easier, I guess. 3rd and 7. Don't throw it to Sean. Okay, you should have thrown it to Sean. Josh Sweat. Ow, my hamstring. Ow. Ow. He's in with the sack. Can we get a water punt? I didn't draft you for nothing, AJ Cole. There we go. There we go. Down at the 2. What a punt. Anyone remember Jeff Janis? How could I forget? That white dude was like the Hail Mary machine. Front, I'm going to need you to hold up here. Even if it's not a safety, can we just not let him do anything? I can live without getting a safety if we get a stop. Richard Rodgers. My PTSD is coming back. Good tackle. Quite Walker. Flying into the backfield to bring him down. Now 3rd and 4. Dak's going to look to throw it. Nice grab. I think that's Kyle Pitts again. He's made some good catches today. Give him credit. Black Knights legend Quay Walker, who's played pretty well today. Okay, can the coverage, like, do something? I feel like the coverage hasn't been that bad, but, like, these guys are still managing to hold on to the ball. Dak floats it up, and it is caught by Olave at the 40. Can someone cover him? How is he that open? I don't have 7 starting caliber defensive backs on my roster for no reason. How bad is the Bucks-Lions game going to be? I think it could be closer than people expect. Obviously, we should win, but I'm a little bit concerned about the Bucks passing. Oh, God. Please tackle. Please tackle. This third quarter has been a mess. Anyways, I was trying to say, I'm a little worried about the Buccaneers passing game because they can't run the ball. Our run defense is already great as is. So they're going to run the ball occasionally to mix things up, but realistically, they're not going to try to set their game plan based on the run. They're going to try to set it based with the passing game, which could have been better last night if not for like a few really bad drops. Now, the Eagles' defense is a mess. At least our defense is like fairly well coached. Puka is objectively better than Mike Evans. That's probably true. But on the flip side, Mike Evans could very well go for 150, and Chris Godwin is better than anyone we have covering him too. As the Jets start the fourth quarter with a touchdown, Christian Kirk puts them up by 10. Now it's time for the offense to wake up. That's a wild. How's that wild? Puka, did you see him on Sunday? He was like legitimately the best player on the field. Puka and Mike Evans are both lower half of the top 10. I would certainly this year that's where they belong. I guess you can't really rank Mike Evans out of the top 10, and Puka's probably objectively better than him. Chris Godwin is sometimes better. You don't know who we have covering. Other than the occasional decency from Cam Sutton and Brian Branch in the slot, the other outside starting corner is Kendall Vildor. That's not ideal. Hurts his open rushing room. Take it and do not get hit. Do not fumble the ball. Okay, that's good. That's good. Even though we're down by 10, there's still time. It's just that the lack of explosiveness that the offense has is kind of starting to bite us. Even if there's like so much consistency with this unit, we need a big play like that. Holy cow, what a move by King Sean Tucker. What do you think about lowering the catch slide? That might be not the worst idea. I know we've lowered it a little bit. We lost by 23 points to Baker Mayfield. Yeah, your guys aren't good. That's why. Because the team stinks. 44 is such an ugly... I don't care. Can you, keep your footing, Mr. Samuel, please? Jalen Hurts has thrown the ball 13 times. I feel like that number should be higher. I like that we're trying to establish the run, but, Jalen Hurts has done a good job throwing the ball. We should maybe do it more. As it's dropped. Good coverage by Wouzier. I would like to go for it, but I am confident that we would make this kick. Evan McPherson's quite good. From 53, yeah, he got that. Drilled it. So it's a one-score game. Still not exactly in a great spot, but there is time. Good play on special teams. Holy cow, he's 43. That was a nice tackle. So the Jets are not starting with great field position. Now, that didn't matter on the last drive. They took it 98 yards down the field. So, do kicks get blocked in CPU versus CPU? I haven't seen any. So, probably not. Sacks today, 1. That's not ideal. I would have thought we'd be higher than 7. And the 1 sack is by Ajabo, who's been the only not good pass rusher. The other 3 defensive linemen are on pace for double digits. And they've done, equally nothing. If that's in Buffalo, that's not only no good, that's 20 yards off. Not even close. Here's Chubb. will not be tackled. He gets 11 when he really should have gotten about 2. Dak, incomplete. Can we, catch it? This is DeRon Bland we're talking about. He doesn't exactly have brick hands. I feel like we should try to play the ball. 2nd and 10. Dak up the middle. Good tackle. That's Quay Walker again, and that brings us to a big 3rd down. If the Jets get this, they can really position... Kyle Pitts has 6 catches for 66 yards. He's the devil. If the Jets get this, they can really position themselves well. But if we get a stop, then we'll be fine too. The problem is our coverage has been so mid. How is Kyle Pitts that open? Even if they score a field goal, that's 2 scores with less than 4 minutes left. That's a pretty big hole. Whoa. Pause. How is he that open? Okay, so they're definitely in field goal range now. Ugh, not looking good. Chubb's still in the zone. That's problematic. 3rd-ranked rushing defense. It is Nick Chubb. So it's like, you shouldn't panic, but... Yeah, the run defense hasn't exactly been great. Oh, it's intercepted! Wow, that changes everything. That's Asante Samuel Jr. who picks it off, and the door is wide open. Okay, we have a real chance. That's Asante's first pick of the year, and the Chargers have life. That's why I didn't praise him. Now we actually have to throw the ball. This is exciting. Jalen's been good when he's thrown it. The problem is he's barely done it. Scripted. I don't know how I could have scripted it, but okay. We got plenty of time. 2.5 minutes and all 3 timeouts. There's no excuse not to score 7. Can we not throw the ball 2 yards down the field every play, though? We have a good quarterback. We have good receivers. I feel like going empty on 3rd and 1 maybe isn't the way to go. Good. 2-minute warning. Let's think this over, guys. It's not like there's 30 seconds left. We can afford to run the ball. We need 1 yard, not 7. A check down on this play wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world. Just get the 1st down and then reevaluate. And if you don't get it, don't even think about punting it. Devo's wide open. Perfect. Okay, that's all we needed. All right, now it's time to move quick. A screen on 3rd and 1, actually, now that I think about it, maybe not. Throwing it behind the line of scrimmage maybe wouldn't have been the best move. Let's see something downfield, possibly. Hurts under pressure. Sacked by Christian Wilkins. The problem with going downfield, though, is that, whenever Hurts has needed more than 3 seconds to throw the ball, he hasn't really gotten it. Now he has plenty of time. Can't find anybody, so he's going to run with it. Don't fumble. Okay, good. As we use a timeout. So we're putting all our eggs into this drive, which, with a minute left, is fine. I don't know about play action, though. We're not exactly fooling them. Wide open rushing lane, though. Again, he gets another 1st down. Keep it moving. He can't throw far. He can throw it 20 yards down the field. I don't need him to go for the end zone. Him not catching that was the best thing that could have happened there. Instead of getting 4, we can stop the clock. Still got 2 timeouts. Are these guys ever going to look downfield? He hasn't thrown the ball farther than 10 yards on 1 play this drive. That time it's fine because it's 3rd down, but we have 1 timeout. We have to move. Time is now of the essence because we have not been moving fast at all. Please just go out of bounds, Sean. Do not get extra yard. Get out of bounds. Thank God. Jeez. This play calling is brutal. 41 with 17 seconds and a timeout. What's EA clock? Oh my God. You have 1 timeout and 15 seconds, and that's the throw you make. He just has to take a shot here. Do not run it. Okay, that's fine. Now he just has to lob it up. Jeez, what a disastrous drive. What a mess. This is the same playbook that Seattle used in the first game. They took shots the entire time. Hurts wants it all. Flag! Oh my goodness, we got a DPI! I think. Oh my goodness! Okay. The door is very wide open. DeAndre Houston Carson will put us at the 1 with 1 play. He's open. Got him! Deebo Samuel ties it up as time expires. That's the most BS way to tie the game. We do not deserve that whatsoever. That was such a pitiful drive. We don't deserve to score 1 bit. Jeez. We do not deserve to win this game in the slightest. But hey, good teams find ways to win, right? Tails never fails, guys. You know the drill. 34 passing plays for 123. They had 35 for 284. That tells the whole story. Tails never fails. Tails never fails. Oh! Okay, that's fine. When was Deebo a Charger? I traded for him before the season started. Best offense in the league. I wasn't wrong. It's just that clearly the play calling does not have a set of balls. It's only 1 watch game. It's not much of a sample size, but yes, the offense has not exactly gained points with me today. Put it that way. Pros best players are the refs. Alright, so we scored on the last drive. Should we have? No. But now that we have time again, we can actually run the ball a little bit. We were most successful with the run game going. And Sean Tucker is still in the zone. As he breaks a tackle for about 12. Jalen Hurts getting bailed out. A tale as old as time. I won't say anything otherwise. That was such a horrible ending. Sean Tucker breaks another tackle. Still doesn't get anything, though. Does that keep him in the zone? It takes him out. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I was behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, that's a big play for the Jets, then. Hurts is going to throw it. He's actually going to go downfield. You see what happens when you throw it down the field? That wasn't even, like, downfield, per se. That was a 15-yard pass. But it worked. Good catch by Nico. Back to Tucker with plenty of blockers. He's over 100 yards. I don't think the game is quite over because the offense hasn't exactly had a good drive in the second half. But I wouldn't feel good if I was you, put it that way. But I don't think it's over. I don't trust us to score a touchdown yet. Another good tackle. Again, the tackling has been ridiculous. Best receiving duo in the OFL. Mo Alley Cox and Bobby Moss Jones. Or Bobby gives Cox and Alley's Moss Jones. Chargers chargering versus Jets jetting. We lost. We might have won in the most Charger way possible. So if nothing else, this tells me that we're not going to be the real-life equivalent at the Chargers, which is better than any sort of, like, great performance. Oh, God. That's bad. Uchenna Nwosu with a big sack, Bengal legend, Houday, might have just knocked us out of field goal range. This is a 56-yarder. I trust Evan McPherson here, but this is a long kick, and if he doesn't make it, we're not winning. And he missed it. Zoinks! Did that hit off the crossbar? Doink! Jeez. We got gift-wrapped a game and are still going to lose. I just said how we didn't charger it, but guess what, guys? We just chargered it. All because of that sack. The oblivious to pressure trait really was not my friend today. Same result as kicking a 35-yarder in Buffalo. Maybe the defense gets a stop. Who knows? Please tackle. Please tackle him. 3rd and 1. Defense, I beg. They wanted to give me hope. They wanted to bring me back in just to punch me in the nuts. Ball don't lie. I guess you're not wrong. Yeah, they just got to run the ball and kick. As long as they don't turn it over again, then they presumably should be fine. I did jinx myself. You're absolutely right. Uchenna Nwosu, I kept you on my roster for 4 years, and the only reason why I didn't was because I was broke, okay? What did I do to you? We had some good times together, buddy. Did we turn the ball out? No. Evan McPherson doinked a kick off the crossbar. Get him, Joey. Okay, that's fine, too. This would be a 52-yarder. Not a gimme for Boswell if it's from here. If they get like 4 yards, then it's probably over. And obviously a first down wouldn't be any good either. Please go for it. You know you want that extra yard. You know you want it. Oh my God, they're going for it. They're probably going to get it because it's Nick Chubb, but still. Yeah, okay. I figured. That's still funny. Alright, they should just kick now. Or not. Okay, that works. Deron Bland is back there. I know he's waiting to make a play at some point. Oh, God, they have it at the 2. They want 6. And I have a feeling they're going to get it, too. Especially if they run the ball. There's 30 seconds, though. Dax under pressure, incomplete. Who's their kicker? They have Boswell. 2nd and goal. Back to Chubb, and not quite. That clock is continuing to churn. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. There's 11. Okay, they're going to call the time. Wait, why now? Are they kicking now? I don't know if they are. They're at the 1. He's in shotgun. He's 5 yards behind the center. Okay, they got it. What the hell was this game? The Jets won, as they should have. But, like, they had to win it in, like, the strangest way possible. They just had to keep bringing me in just for them to win it with 9 seconds in overtime. Jeez. So the Jets win after all. The Chargers charged themselves. The play calling on the offensive side of the ball was abysmal. I still think the offense is probably going to still be first in scoring. The problem is this. 6 yards per passing attempt is brutal. Throw the ball down the field. Jalen Hurts was good. The problem is every passing play was within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. At least Sean Tucker was good. Pitts, Kirk, and Olave all very impressive, whereas our leading receiver had 6 yards a catch. Did anybody have more than 10? Hopkins did, and Butler did. They caught the ball twice. Zion Johnson, who's not allowed a single sack all year, allowed 2. The Jets definitely won the game in terms of the line of scrimmage. They were better up front. So I guess the strategy was for us to throw the ball quick, which works for most of the game. But at some point, you got to throw it more than 10 yards down the field. Okay, so before we move on, we've got a trade and we've got some positions. He had 13 Jesus Christ. 1 new injury. Who got hurt? Oh, Matt Collins. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. Will the trade affect my depth chart? Yes, but I can, like, manually... It'll only affect your corners. And it's more so that your new corner will go to the bottom. Oh, I forgot to turn the trade deadline off, so I have to do it this way. Okay, we want Fabian Moreau. Jason Kelce never beat the Seahawks, apparently. Nope. Let's see if Naruto has his correct picks. Oh my god, he does. Okay, I think his 4th will be the later one. Oh my god, he actually has his picks. I don't believe it. Can we sim on Chicago? That's fine. I mean, I might sim on another team, but I can show you Chicago first. Would you be interested in Sammy Watkins if I didn't trade him? No. All right, position changes. Here we go. Good Lord. This will be an event. Is he a 12? He might be a... Oh, he's a 12. I would think he'd probably be a little bit better than DJ Reader because he can actually, like, run. Obviously, he can't throw, but he can run. How many sacks do you think CeeDee Lamb is going to get, guys? I'm very curious to see some of these scores. This will be interesting. An interesting science experiment. Two sacks. 2 sacks this week or 2 sacks the whole year? And I'm going to assume you want all these players to start. Or else I don't think there'd be much of the point. Bench Deontay as well. The game's probably going to assign you another quarterback. So if I was you, I wouldn't do the Jaren Hall thing, and I'll make sure Tajay Sharp starts. You already have Cameron Fleming at cornerback, apparently. I feel like that's enough. But yeah, the game would sign somebody else and start him. I don't think you want that. What is going on here? We have some wild tanking. That's what's going on here. If the Seahawks played the Raiders, I would legitimately put that game on the poll. Wait, who do I want to run it back? I want Nathan Rourke. There he is. I'm slow. Can we find these guys? I don't know. Left tackle needs to be Mr. Woolen. Oh, he's a 27. A.J. Dillon's like a 45 at left guard, by the way. Left end needs to be Lamb. And then corner 1 is Cam Fleming. And then we're good to go. 35? Good for him. Okay, well, let's check the Dildos and the Broncos at corner, and then we're all set. Right? I don't have to do anything else? There. Oh, Bengals quarterback. Got it. I also... Oh, boy, there's more? Okay, that's easy enough. That's not something big. All right, Bengals quarterback, then the Hogs, and then we're good to go. Drew Lock time. Diablo Legend. Can you fire our off... You want to fire your offensive play caller? We need to fire the guy who is significantly worse. I think I know how I'm going to attempt to fix it. Who knows if it'll work, but I have a plan. We'll be fine. Still, 2 games back of the Broncos is not ideal. At least we still played the Broncos twice. All right, we're going to start with the Bears. The Bears. They beat the Bulls 19-13 in overtime. Jared Goff played well again. Jared Goff has been unreal this season, yet they're 3-6, which makes me think if Jared Goff plays like more average, it might be ugly for the Bulls. But shout out to Jared Goff, he's producing. Bengals, hooday, lose to the 7-2 Louisville Voyagers. Deshaun Watson, who hasn't even been all that good with the team winning, was very good today. The only reason why Naruto got his picks right is because I did it for him. Well, that's very nice of you. He is not cooking. Put it that way. Which is why we all want the Chargers to finish ahead of the Broncos. At least it's a deserving coach at the top. The Black Knights lose their first game of tanking to the Falcons. Brian Hoyer was not very good, although Matt Corral should be starting. James Cook played well, so did Amon-Ra St. Brown. Kayvon Thibodeau, 3.5 sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau, legitimately might lead the league in sacks, and he's only gotten sacks in, 2 games. Blues bye week. Broncos bye week. Browns lose to the Cardinals. Let Russ cook. Who do the Raiders play? We know the Hawks play Baltimore. And the Raiders play the Giants. The Giants are going to win the NFC East just because they played an extra game against Tajay Sharp at quarterback. Bulls lost. The Caps, they actually played well on offense finally, but of course their defense did not show up. They lose to the Condoms. 5 touchdowns for Joe Burrow. Damn, Joe Burrow was unreal. Holy cow. Stroud had 4. Quentin Johnston is a legit Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Again. Cardinals won. Chargers, we don't need to talk about them. The Chiefs lost to the Armadillos 31-10. Josh Rosen is now the quarterback of the Chiefs, by the way. He got sacked a lot. I need the Cardinals to get bad in order for me to get a good watched quarterback. Can you rig it? I mean, considering you're not going to get 1 or 2, clearly. If Jamie Calhoun is this legit guy, then I don't know if you're going to get him either. Hail to the Commies, they win 35-0. Right when the Huskies are starting to make some moves to actually try to win now, they get shut out. Poor Hector. Tommy DeVito was pretty good. Kyler Murray was not. Greg Dortch was good, obviously. Jalen Hurts, Quentin Johnston. Good in the game, but bad in real life. Condoms won. Dallas loses to the Eagles. You now have Kirk Cousins at quarterback after Matthew Stafford didn't play all that well. The Eagles are actually trying to win the NFC East, believe it or not. That isn't the case with most of the teams in this division, it feels like. The Dreadnoughts lose to the Rams. So the Rams they're back. I think they're now 5-4. Lamar Jackson with a very good game, 92% completion percentage, same as Joe Burrow. Continuing to help his MVP candidacy. The Eagles won. Falcons won. Niners at a bye week. Oh, God. How much are the Giants going to beat the Raiders by? I'm going to guess they win 41-0. I was close. 49-0. The Raiders had 118 yards of offense. Tajay Sharp was about as bad as you could have expected. 5 interceptions, 6 times sacked. Geno Smith, meanwhile, was very good. Nathan Rourke, 7 for 25, not actually half bad. Lewis Seen was the leading receiver for the Raiders. Tariq Woolen allowed 3 sacks, only 1 less than Brandon Sheriff. And then on defense, I got to see CeeDee Lamb. Did he have any tackles? He did. He had a solo tackle. The Huskies got killed, almost as bad as the Raiders. The Jets won. The Lions had a bye week. The Panthers lose to the Hogs. Big win for Virginia Beach. Mahomes finally with a big game. Blaine Gabbert stat line predictions. Oh, I can't wait. 10 carries for 18 yards and a fumble. Raiders we know. Rams we know. Ravens are next. Oh, Lord. I think this is going to be even worse. I'm going to say 59-0. Oh, only 45-0. 62 yards of offense. Oh, my God. Bryce Young was very good. DJ Reader had a passer rating of 0 He only threw 3 interceptions, though. Oh, wait, where's Blaine? He had 6 carries for 3 yards. Three sacks allowed by Gardner Minshew. 3 allowed by Chase Daniel. Aiden Hutchinson at middle linebacker with a good game. 3 sacks for Micah Parsons, 2 for Khalil Mack, 1 for Damone Clark, and then 2 picks by Charvarius Ward. The Hogs with a big win. Seattle got killed. The Steelers beat the Titans. Pittsburgh's back on track. So this will put the Blues in de facto first place. They didn't even have to play today, but they got a win by the Titans losing. Voyagers won, and that brings us to the Bears again. All right. My question is, are the Seahawks or Raiders going to score the rest of the year? That'll be something. Players of the week. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Geno Smith. How did it not go to Lamar Jackson? Joe Burrow, Shaq Thompson, and Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is a Chase Daniel merchant now. He is the sack leader. Chase Daniel merchant, I'm afraid. So here's our standings update. Ravens and Steelers are still very close in the North. The Blues take the lead of the South because the Titans lost. The Voyagers are still a game and a half ahead of the Jets. The Broncos increased their lead because Jalen Hurts and the play calling do not like throwing the ball downfield. Still the best point differential in the league, though. Just saying. The Bears take first place at the North with a win, and the Lions not playing. The Falcons are back in first place at the South. The Eagles and Giants at 4 and 5 lead the East. The Niners still lead the West with a bye week, and that's everyone. How are the Raiders 32? I think the Raiders have played an extra game. Hold on, let me double check just to confirm. Yeah, the Raiders are 1 and 8. You're 1 and 7. I don't know what the tiebreaker would be, so best of luck to both of you. But it's only because they have not had their bye week. I played the Raiders this week. You're lucky. Congratulations. All right, on to week 10. Damn, 7 and 1 and 7 and 2. This is the game we're doing, by the way. The Broncos and the Voyagers. Go Voyagers. As it lands on 1, so we can stay on the Broncos. Naruto's in here. We can pick his jerseys for him. The last time we picked the Broncos stuff, we went with this bad boy. I recommend we do it again. But if everyone has something they would prefer, that's fine too. The best offense in the league lost to the Jets' Goon Squad defense. Oh, he is here. Okay. To be fair, the reason why the offense was bad wasn't the players. It was because of the abysmal play calling. Not that we deserved to win, because we absolutely did not. But at least there's like a clear reason that once we get into the playoffs, I think I have a fix for. Jesus are fun. Jesus are fun indeed. If anyone loses to the Seahawks or Raiders, you gotta retire. Okay, Naruto's here, but he hasn't exactly picked a jersey combo. Since it's a sim game, I think I'm just gonna click the X right here. Yeah, Naruto didn't get he got his picks right. He didn't get his picks right twice. So, okay, pick whatever you want. There we go. All right, on to week 10. Second half of the season is now officially here. Two of the biggest surprises this year have been the 7 and 2 Voyagers, along with the 7 and 1 Denver Broncos. Tiebreaker for draft pick goes to the team with the weaker strength of schedule. Okay. That's too hard to go through. We can do that at the end. Voyagers get a touchdown. All right, good start. Let's cut this division lead down to 1, shall we? Although the Lions are a good team. We don't exactly have an easy game. Okay, Denver adds a touchdown. Denver adds a field goal. We're tied at 10. I'd be nervous playing the Raiders, too. If you lose, you will never hear the end of it. That goes for everyone. Okay, the Voyagers are now up by 7, 3rd and 5 on the opposing 7, and Denver gets a penalty. A big penalty. They don't get anything on offense, though, so they'll have to punt it. 3rd and 8, incomplete. I think it's still a little early to hop in. There's 7 minutes left. I think we're going to sim this drive and see what happens. 3rd and inches. They get it. Can they punch it in? They do. We're hopping in now. All right, so the Broncos tied at 17. I'm curious to see what this Voyagers offense looks like. Led by well-known woman respecter Deshaun Watson. I actually have to root for this guy. Ugh. Yuck. OFL 23 Bills versus OFL 24 Raiders. Did the Bills score 100 by half? Isaiah Thomas would still find a way to throw 2 picks. And one of them would be caught by Cameron Fleming. Watson goes deep, and it's caught, but out of bounds. You see how it's done, Jalen? You always hop too late. Yes, but to be fair, if I hopped in too early, then that's like 2.5 watch games a stream. That's a lot. 3rd and 5, screen for DeAndre Swift. He has blocks and is diving to the 40. OFL 23 Cowboys versus the 24 Raiders. Nick Chubb might have about 500 yards after the first quarter. Swift loses a yard. Hasn't exactly had a good game, it looks like. Less than 3 yards a carry. Watson scrambling. Why is everybody frozen? Did you guys see that? There was like 3 linemen on both teams who just stood there. 2-minute warning. I was trying not to scream during math class, and the butts watching the... You have no reason to complain about play calling, mister. You cannot complain about that. You can be mad at other things. Offensive play calling is not one of them. Nope. Watson is a wizard. He's also a wizard in the masseuse room, apparently. Ooh, good play on the run. See, Jalen? That's how it's done. Lizard man to the 26. They got to chew clock. Smart. Letting that clock go pretty much all the way down. Get yourself in field goal range. Run the ball. Let DeAndre Swift cook. You did not watch that final overtime drive. Yes, that was bad. Oh, he's hurt. Wow. Why am I not surprised? Literally, as soon as I said they should just utilize Swift, the first thing I think of in my head is he's going to get hurt. And, well, there you go. But, yeah, the last overtime drive, that was bad play calling. But we had bad play calling the entire game. Third and 4. He does not get it. So the Broncos get the stop. They're going to have around 45 seconds and 1 timeout. As the Voyagers do take the lead, it's 20-17. The chart, we should not have had that drive to begin with. I'm not saying that EA necessarily screwed you. Or no, I'm not saying that EA screwed me. Because we did not deserve to win the game, but the play calling was, in fact, abysmal. It obviously should not have gotten to that. But the fact that we had... EA gift-wrapped us that opportunity, and it was still that bad, is not ideal. All right, Denver has 40 seconds and a timeout. All they need is a field goal to tie it. We've already seen the Broncos win in overtime once this year. Tua's going to run. Yeah, that's not going to do much. They don't call the timeout for Lord knows what reason. Instead, they burn half the clock. Yeah, they just have to lob up a Hail Mary. They're not even calling the timeout. What is happening? If we get a Hail Mary pass interference again, I swear. Had it in the red zone with 2:30 left and didn't run it. I feel like there was about 15... What are they doing? What was that? There's no timeouts left. You have 8 seconds. Why are you throwing an out route? And more specifically, why are you throwing it that early into the pattern where he's still going to catch the ball 4 steps between the out-of-bounds marker? God damn. We have had EA infiltrate 2 different games today. Again, I'm not saying EA screwed us in the first one. They definitely did not. Overall, minus the play calling. Both of the quarterbacks were not very good. Broncos look like to be fair, the Broncos are 7-1, now 7-2. All right, and with that, it is sim time. Most realistic to a decision. Did Tua think this was a playoff game with that throw? Clearly he did, right? Don't be the team that loses to the Raiders. Make it happen, Jets. J.E., that will make me feel better after... Well, actually, it wouldn't make me feel better because we would lose to the team who lost to the Raiders. Actually, so now I hope it doesn't happen. All right, let's sim. I saw the Paris result by accident. I'm sorry, Little Joe. We'll do that game first. I'm sorry, man. You beat the Bulls 17-14. I don't think Warren Flowers is going to be going to London. Put it that way. Drew Sanders. Holy hell. No wonder why they won. I should have taken him off of Little Joe's hand. I didn't even offer for Drew Sanders because I assumed he would say no. But Drew Sanders is ruining the tank. Blues beat the Niners 14-7. A lot of offense. Trevor Lawrence looks like Bills playoffs Trevor Lawrence all over again. We've been waiting for that guy to show up, and well, he's here now. Browns lose to the Ravens. Baltimore is like what, 7-2, 8-2, pretty good. Bryce Young played very well. Tyler Huntley wasn't half bad either, all things considered. He thought he had Chargers T-Law. He wasn't quite Chargers Trevor Lawrence today. Bulls lost. The Caps lost. What did the Caps get the #1 pick? That'd be funny. C.J. Stroud was not good. C.J. Stroud looks like he wants Warren Flowers to learn Rio. Who says I'm abandoning a... Well, now you kind of can't. I don't think 3 wins gets you the #1 pick anymore. I thought I would at the beginning of the year, but now we have DJ Reader and Tajay Sharp starting at quarterback. Cardinals lose to the Falcons, so they're now 5-5. Atlanta, I think, is 8-2. They're good. That Atlanta-Carolina division race is going to be wild. When do they play each other next? We can check later. Chargers, show me a W. All right. Thank you, defense. 21-15. Jalen Hurts had by far his worst game of the year, which I can live with because he hasn't been bad all year. Maybe excluding the Jets game, but even so, he wasn't even bad. I saw we had a lot of rushing yards. Sean Tucker played out of his mind. Love to see it. And obviously the defense stepped up, despite not getting any sacks or turnovers. Kansas City, bye week. Commanders, 24-3. Seattle scored. What does this say about Washington? DJ Reader threw for 130 yards. He kept him in the game. Blaine Gabbert, 13 for 12, and a broken tackle. Longest run, 3. Jamal Agnew played well. Gardner Minshew and Gus Edwards only allowed 1 sack. Where are the other guys? Oh, they're not even here. Taylor Moton allowed the same amount of sacks as these two combined. Just want to point that out there. 2 sacks for Aiden Hutchinson at linebacker. And obviously a handful of turnovers. Good for Seattle. The Condoms beat the Bengals. Condoms are 2-0 today. Off to a good start. So happy I created Flowers just so we could have the biggest tank. This is the unquestioned meme of the year currently. It's still week 10. We could have something pass it, but... Cowboys lose to the Giants. So it looks like the NFC East is becoming a 2-horse race with the Giants and the Eagles. I'm not throwing Washington in there. They let the Seahawks score. While Dallas, who originally wanted to lose, I don't think has won since like week 3. So now they're finally tanking. The Dreadnoughts beat the Steelers. That's a surprise. Ravens are now ahead by 1.5 games. Justin Fields outperforms Kenny Pickles. If I got the third pick, I'd just retire. Well, one of you in C-Mail is not getting that first pick. You guys better hope Jaime Calhoun can play. Or Jamie. I'm calling him Jaime from now on. Jaime's cooler. The Eagles had a bye week. Falcons won. Niners lost. Giants won. The Huskies beat the Riverhogs. Okay, this team just makes no sense. Both of these teams make no sense, but the Huskies in particular make, oh my god. Wasn't Kyler Murray abysmal last week? He completed 90% of his passes for 5 touchdowns. If you tanked fairly, I would have done it. Wait, what did Greg Dortch do? He had to have gone off. Hold on. Do I see 4 touchdowns? 11 for 113 and 4. That's my offensive player of the year. Jets, 61-0. No mercy. Oh my god, he threw 10 picks. He threw 13 interceptions and 10 of them were caught by the defense. Did I say 13 interceptions? I meant 13 incompletions. Oh my god. There are going to be guys who have like 5 interceptions and go up in dev just because of one game. Chubb scores 5 times. This is nasty stat padding. Somebody's going to have 5 interceptions. I guarantee it. Only 1 sack allowed from Tariq Woolen, though. I'm scared. I'm nervous. He had 6! Oh my god! Ernest Jones had 6! What in the world? Oh my god. Tajay Sharp had 7 completions to his own team, and he had 6 to Ernest Jones. He's going to win the Defensive Player of the Year and go up in dev for 1 game. I cannot wait to play the Raiders. Oh my lord. The Panthers are falling apart. They lose to the Bears. I can't contain myself. We're handing out dev trades, by the way. This is not just tanking. This is giving teams wins for the playoffs and seeding and giving players like Ernest Jones awards and dev trades. Ernest Jones can finish with 9 interceptions, and I will still be hesitant to put him on the Defensive Player of the Year ballot because we know he doesn't really deserve it. The Raiders have not scored in 3 weeks. I wonder who's going to win the Player of the Week, guys. Jesus Christ. I think we've gone through everyone. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say. Jesus, he had 6. How many does he have on the season in total? Hold on. Does he only have 6? That would be disappointing. Gotta catch him, Buddha. Gotta catch him. Players of the Week. Brock Purdy, Kyler Murray, Levante David, and as you can imagine, Ernest Jones. I just want to... Hold on. How did Drew Sanders not win it? Drew Sanders got robbed. Holy cow. Anyway, I need to see it here. There he is, alone in history with 6. Okay. I don't know how we can move on. Alright, on to week 11. So the watch game here is the Bears and the Lions. Lands on 1. The road team is Chicago. Start Anthony Richardson where? At running back or quarterback? Unis are in voice. How do we tell them, guys? How do we tell them? I can do abilities, though. But I might have to switch team. Can I do it being the Bears? Yeah, I have to switch it. That's annoying. Alright, tell me what you want again. Pick artist and acrobat. Got it. None of those are like X Factor abilities, right? No. Okay. Here, you gotta use acrobat. Where is pick artist? There it is. All right, now we're good. I'm milking Ernest Jones catching 6 picks in one game with no... Oh, we're going to shame you for that. I'm all... He doesn't know, guys. How do we tell him? How do we break the news? DJ Reader in the Tampa playbook would have gotten 7 wins. That would be ironic. I'm scared. So, Madden, I think, changed it to where I can't do both teams' jerseys. Orange jerseys. That's the alternate. If I can find it. Orange jerseys, white pants, or black pants. Black is in like this, like the dark pants. I think, is this what you want? This looks hard. When? It did it before the last stream, so it would have been sometime last week. Orange helmet. Alright, there we go. You need 2 separate users. Yeah, I don't... Here, we can try it. But I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, no, I can't do it. Wait. Oh, I did it! Wait, how did it do that? Oh, wait, I'm on Echo. Huh. I didn't think that was going to work. Okay, well, that's good. Alright, and then you want the regulars, but with the alternate helmet. There we go. That looks clean. Wait, is that white or gray pants? Hold on. Yeah, that looks like white pants. They're in here somewhere. Oh no, those are the grays. Okay, never mind. This is what you want. Alright, there we go. Alright, on to week 11. Week 10 was, interesting. Put it that way. As we had the Bears and the Lions, the 2 leaders in the doghouse in the NFC North. The Bears are 7-3, the Lions are 5-4. So Detroit really needs this win, or else the Bears are going to be up by 2.5 games, and they're going to be in a really good spot for the rest of the year. If the Lions win, then these 2 teams are going to be within half a game, and they play each other again in about 3 weeks. We've already watched the Bears once this year. This is the first team that we would have watched twice, and they looked pretty good in their first game, albeit they beat the Caps, who aren't very good. So maybe we overestimated that game at the time. And they're playing now against a much better defense here in Detroit, who did what not many teams have been able to do, and that was stop the Chargers' offense last week. Did they win? No, but they stopped the offense. Can I take this time to actually watch the Chargers and Jets in full without having to take math notes? After this game, can I make sure Allen and JSN are back? I can. The game does put injured players back where they belong on the depth chart, I think. It doesn't do that after trades, but it does with injuries. So I don't think I have to manually do it. If I had to manually do it, that'd be a problem because it would mean every injured player is a backup, and that's not the case, so we don't need to worry. Odell Beckham, of course, is at running back. That's obviously something. The blue helmets with the blue jerseys go very nice. I hate the NFL's rule of, like, you have to wear your alternate helmets with your alternate jerseys. That's such a lame rule. Our blue helmets would look so much better if we could wear them with the blue jerseys. They're going to run it on 3rd and 9, and it works with Odell Beckham, who's hurt. Oh, well, that's a buzzkill. I think they're still without Tajay Spears. So who's the 3rd string? I guess we won't find out on this play. Ooh, good throw. To Jake Ferguson. I saw the 87 and thought it was Sam Laporta. But it's not. Jake Ferguson's not much worse, though, to be fair. Hogs versus Titans or Hogs versus Condoms would go hard. Hogs versus Condoms sounds like a you problem, buddy. Maybe even Hogs versus Falcons. He's trying to gas it up. Although we can make a lot of jokes with Hogs and Condoms together. Levis does, in fact, have the cannon. He can rip it. Oh, here's a nice run. Oh, God, we're going to get a Benny Snell masterclass, guys. Remember last year when he was on the Lions and he ran for about $150 in a watch game? The Odell Beckham injury is the best thing that could have happened to the Lions. It's going to be a Benny Snell game, guys. Get ready. We live in a world where Cobra's 2 games ahead of you and I. I think it's only 1.5, at least above Nick, to be fair. Levis lobs it up. Good throw to the 9. Why didn't we do this? These two teams should look relatively similar play-calling-wise on both sides of the ball because really Lenny is the one who just copies Todd's playbooks. So I'm curious to see how similar it's going to be. Levis is cooking those 5 for 5. I think this is the Bengals' offensive playbook. I believe. As it's now a 3rd and goal. Can Detroit punch it in? They have it at the 4. There's a lot of orange in this crowd. I don't like that. There's too much orange. Levis is scrambling. He's under pressure from Watt, and he has to throw it away. I think they're going to kick. Well, he didn't throw it away, but he threw it into the ground. He essentially threw it away. Yeah, they're going to kick. That's probably the right call. I think it's too early to go for it. Only Steeler legends are Mason Rudolph and Jalen. What about James Washington? Wait, what is happening? Wait, did they just... I wasn't even watching. Did they just fake it? Well, that was a disaster, clearly. Hold on. I gotta see that again. What a disaster of a play call. Oh, my Lord. Well, here's the Bears offense, led by Baker Mayfield, Bijan Robinson, and the boys. They're not starting with great field position, but it could be worse. Because the Lions didn't score when they obviously should have. Here's Bijan Robinson on the first play of the game offensively for the Bears. He gets 31. This time he only gets 2. Second and 8. Good throw. Out to Mike Evans, who is hurt. That's not ideal for the Bears. Is he going to the locker room? Yes! Oh, boy! So the Bears watch game merchant is out for the rest of the watch game after just 1 reception. Now they only have 1 watch game merchant left on their offensive receiving core. Can I have J-Mo? No, he's mine. We need J-Mo at quarterback. That's what we need. Third and inches. There's the other watch game merchant, Greg Dulcich, with his first catch of the game. Baker goes short, back to Dulcich. That's a first down to the 24. Stop asking for my precious. Another good run for Bijan. He's off to a great start on this drive, 4 for 45. Jumps over a dude and gets 6. We need Amari. Yes, we do. Who has Amari Rodgers? He has to play quarterback at some point, please. The jokes write themselves. He might be too good, though. Might grab a Pro Bowl spot. 3rd and 4. Baker rolls out. It's caught, but shy of the yard to gain. I think you could contemplate going for it here more than the Lions on their situation because it's 4th and 1. They are going to go for it. I think that's the right call when you're that close. Although they'll have some extra time to think about it because we are about to start the second quarter. Oh, you haven't. That's right. I forgot about that. Are they still going to go for it? They will. 4th and 1 at the 5. Hand off to Bijan. I don't think he... Oh, they do give it to him. I don't know about that. I don't know. I thought in real time, I didn't think he got it. Nothing for Bijan again. How did the Niners do? You guys scored 7. You guys have 7 points today, which, to be fair, is more than the Raiders and the Seahawks combined. And they've played 4 times as many games as you have. Why can't we do anything right? It's because you made a right selection with Drew Sanders. That's why. I should have just offered for him in the trade. 3rd and goal. That's a touchdown for the Bears. Tyler Lockett with the score. So both teams march down the field. The only difference is Chicago actually gets points. They'll get 7 to be exact. And so it's now 7-0. The Trevor Lawrence we know came back. You weren't getting him no matter what. Okay. I figured. That's why I didn't ask for him. I figured. Here's Benny Snell. Benny Snell Masterclass Part 2. He gets about 10. Here's a nice run to the outside for Snell again. Past the 50 to the 44. Watch game Benny Snell in Ford Field is just a different animal. Someone could have thrown you a crazy trade offer at the beginning of the season and you would have traded him. I wish it was me. I almost drafted him. And I didn't. And I hate it here. Snell again. Gets about 4. Now the Lions are actually going to have to throw it here. Oh, boy. To be fair, Levis has been quite good so far. 5 for 5. Or I think he's 5 for 6. He has an incompletion. Never mind. Good throw. So the 24. It's Jake Ferguson once again. He's had a pretty good game so far. Levis has looked good. I'm impressed. Solid run for Snell. Now a big 3rd and 2. The Lions would certainly hate to have 2 really good drives and have 3 points to show for it, but I mean, that's kind of what happens if they don't get it here, obviously. That's what happens when you fake kicks, as Levis has to throw out of the sack. They better not fake it here. And they won't. Probably. Okay, they didn't fake it this time. It's good, and it's 7-3. You saw my stuff to start at what? I saw the Anthony Richardson thing. Do you want him to start at quarterback or running back? Serious question, because I don't know what you want. Yes, I know who you want, so I just don't know where. Quarterback, got it. The tank is over. This is exactly why I traded the Black Knights pick. The only person who would bring that value up is if Littlejaw had the pick and could tank himself. Which, even that hasn't worked. But toss to Bijan to the left side. Ooh, 94 could have made a play. Instead, Bijan runs into his lineman, then gets some room and gets one. That's one of the weirder gains of one I think I've ever seen. Third and 5. Bijan gets about 6, and he also gets an injury. Is he going to the locker room? No, so he'll be fine, probably. Still not ideal because he's played really well so far in this game. Here's a nice play. Look at him breaking tackles. Nice play after the catch. Baker is 8 for 8. It's Jake Bobo. Does Baker know how to throw incompletions and watch? He just doesn't. The last game he completed his first 20-something, I think. He just keeps firing them away. 9 for 9. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's been a slow-paced game. It's only the Bears' second drive. Finish watching the Jets-Chargers game. What's happened to your glorious king, Mike Evans, got hurt. And the Lions hilariously faked a field goal. And obviously it did not work. There's Dulcich. Baker hasn't exactly gone downfield, but at least he's been consistently super efficient. Baker on the run, under pressure. Finally an incompletion. Happened a lot quicker than it happened the last Bears game, to be fair. Second and 10. Back to Dulcich again. He has 6 catches for probably about 30 yards. 6 for 43. I was on the right track. It still pisses me off that Jordan Love is the backup. Jordan Love will be such an upgrade for about half of you. I tried to trade for him. And Naruto was like, who said he's available? And I had to explain to him that he's literally your backup, buddy. But yeah, nothing ever came of that, but I tried. You say something and he throws an incompletion. Maybe that was on purpose. Nice run up the middle for the new running back. Dalton Risner is hurt, the Rizzler. Does he go to the locker room? Yes, the Bears have gotten hammered by injuries. So Octi tried to replace... No, this is before the season started. I figured if he's going to be available, I can get him. Somebody's going to want him at some point, and I can get more for him. Kind of like I did with Justin Fields last year, but it would be a lot slower. But that same general... Basically what I did with Littlejaw's pick. I get it when its value is low, and I sell it when it's high. Ooh, good defense by Sauce Gardner. That was in Dulcich's hand. Why is Dulcich never covered? Well, he was on that play. He's spoken into existence. Now they're down to 13 seconds and a timeout. Baker slings it, and he's got it. Brandon Ayuk with the score. And the Bears are going to be up by 11 and start the second half with the ball. Dulcich is still fresh from the factory, clearly. He's been overworked. The craziest part about the fact that the Lions are in a very big pickle, down by 11, not starting with the ball, is that Will Levis has looked legitimately good. They just need to throw the ball more. Albeit, they do have Benny Snell. Benny Snell masterclass. He gets about 13, so they can send up a Hail Mary. There aren't many quarterbacks who have a stronger arm than Levis. That's not a Hail Mary. That's not even close. That'll wrap up the first half. The Bears lead at 14-3. The Lions' offense has had 2 good drives, but unlike the Bears, they haven't been able to capitalize. Kyle Pitts is very much learning from the factory. Yes, he is. He didn't drop anything. You could have told Quay Walker that he was an equipment manager, and he still would have held on to the ball. If you know, you know. So the Bears are in a good spot. They've only gotten the ball twice, and they've looked very good on both. Nice special teams play. They've looked very good on both drives. Slow and methodical, but it's working. Watch this next stream lose to the Raiders. For your own sake, I hope you don't. But then again, I could use a Raiders win. We don't need them getting Mr. Flowers. The Chargers equipment manager. No, he does it to the other team's equipment managers. Ours is safe. But the opposing ones, watch out. Baker with a strike to the 37. Tyler Lockett. Wouldn't even be mad if we... You did everything you could, so it's like... You left it all out there. Kind of. Ezra Cleveland's now hurt. Another injury for the Bears. They're playing so well against their biggest rival, but at what cost? 2 offensive linemen and your number 1 receiver. And Bijan Robinson, who should be fine, is not back in the game yet. Thought it was Raiders-Chargers. We already did the Raiders and Chargers earlier in the year. I'm excited to play them again. What was the score of the... You lost 14-7. I can't wait for Owen Popo to get about 10 interceptions against the Raiders, please. If Ernest Jones can get 6, I'm just saying. There's Jeff Wilson. He, I think, is the main backup for Bijan. And the Bears are having another strong drive. They have it at the 25. There's Josh Allen who makes a nice play. Finally, a big defensive play by Detroit. The odd thing about this game is I've watched the play calling closely because I need ideas after our disaster class 2 weeks ago. I think the Lions' offensive play calling's been better, minus the fake, obviously. Yet the Bears are up by 11. Now, what the Bears are doing is working, but I don't know if that works for everyone. 3rd and 11. It looks like it's a screen. Jeff Wilson's got blocks, though. He has a first down to the 13. Jeff Wilson, system running back. Maybe he is the system. The Kirk performance against the Chargers is what made me... That was 100... Oh, fumble! Ball's out! I looked up right as the ball came out. It did look like that was a clean fumble. Which, if it is, completely flips the game on its head. Yep, that's a fumble, all right. Boink, boink, that's out. A massive turnover for Detroit, and they'll get the ball at the 4. He did literally just drop it. Benny Snell's averaging almost 7 yards a carry. What a guy. Lion legend Benny Snell. Here's another good run. For every great Benny Snell Lions watch game, if I got a nickel for it, I would have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. He could have got more, too. You're right. There's a big play, though, for the Bears. T.J. Watt with the response. In both Bears watch games, T.J. Watt, I will say, has been very underwhelming. Does finally make a big play there. T.J. Watt might have heard me. He sends a lot of pressure. Levis heaves up a prayer. And it's no good, incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 13. Levis under pressure. T.J. Watt definitely heard me all right. A tackle for loss, a pressure, and a sack. And so the Lions are unable to capitalize off of Chicago's blunder. TJ Watt doesn't want to play for the enemy. I guess so. So now the Bears have an opportunity again to make it a 3-score game. They nearly did on the last drive, but they fumbled it. Ooh, that was risky. That should have been a pick 6. Baker threw the ball a little bit too high, though, for 33 to really make a great play. Is that Chris Harris? He's still in the game? Huh, the more you know. 3rd and 4, they get about 7. Tyler Lockett. Here's a nice run. Jeff Wilson! Who needs Bijan anyway? When you got Jeff Wilson, apparently. There have been some nice spin moves today. Are spin moves like more common or something? Sean Tucker had a couple really good ones in our game. Having old Chris Harris out there is a crime. Well, he made a nice deflection. Could have maybe gotten a pick if the ball was underthrown a little more. They got a hand on it. Dulcich now with 9 catches, the least surprising thing all day. Baker now going deep. He's got Ayuk, who scored earlier. Gets it to the 2. The Bears are back in the red zone where they fumbled earlier. That's the wrong button. That's only Ayuk's 2nd catch. In both watch games, they haven't really used Ayuk a whole lot. Harris should be in a retirement home, not on the field. Wilson is close. Dulcich is cooking with the enemy just like nothing happened. Yeah. You had a bazillion chances to pick him, and you chose a different tight end. Big sack by Quentin Lake. The Bears want to throw it, and it doesn't work, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 9. We'll see if they get it off before the start of the 4th. Nope. Chicago should have way more than 14 points. If they don't get it here, they're only going to have 17. It feels like they should have about 30. They haven't needed big plays. They're just wearing them down. It's the Charger way. The only difference being the play calling actually all connects and makes sense. 3rd and goal. Baker under pressure, throws it away. So the Lions get another stop here in the red zone. And Chicago's going to have to settle with 3. So the door is still cracked open a little bit for the Lions. I feel like their offense in a vacuum hasn't been that bad, but they only have 3 points. At some point, you got to score. Big drive for Levis. He's had some good throws today. Cool off, though, since his hot start. Levis on the run, dives for 8. They still should try to lean on Benny Snell a little bit, but they're obviously going to have to throw the ball a lot. The slide animate, it's happened a couple times today. I can think of the Swift play last week where he got an extra 4 yards by just diving. The Bears looked like they wanted to rip somebody's head off on that play. First Levis, and then the tackle on the receiver. He got, yanked down to the ground. Second and 11. They get about 10. The Jets-Raiders game was on Sunday night. Oh, God. The funniest games in real life always happen on primetime, so it makes sense. 3rd and 1. Not just the funniest games, but also, like, the saddest injuries. Like, if the Damar Hamlin thing didn't happen on primetime, not to say it wouldn't be a big deal, but I feel like there'd be an entirely different perspective. Because the whole world was watching when that happened. If that game was at Sunday at 1 o'clock, I feel like it'd be, like, quite a bit different. Like, at least the immediate reaction of it. Like, maybe that game would be stopped, but the other games would still be happening. So it's not like there'd be as much of, like, an emphasis on it immediately. Snell's nearing 100. And the Lions' offense is driving. They've got to get a touchdown here, though, or else... Well, I don't think they can win the game without one. It's because their awareness rating is low, which is very stupid. That is stupid. Like, Will Levis, in terms of other NFL, or I guess OFL starting quarterbacks, may not be the brightest, but he knows how to slide. Levis for the end zone, it's picked! Oh man, that's catastrophic. Kevin Byard picks it off, and the Bears are in prime position to finish it off. It was also everyone's fantasy championship. That as well. We won't simcast quite yet, but if the Bears are like, if they're moving it and they take 2 minutes off the clock, we can simcast. You need 75 awareness to slide. Jesus Christ, EA. Bijan's back in the game after missing the last 2 quarters. He only gets 1. The Bears cannot close this thing out. Like, as much as the Lions are trying to have them close it out, they're not. Baker under pressure from Josh Allen. He has to throw it away. And Detroit still has another chance. Whether they deserve it or not. With 4 minutes left, theoretically, if the Lions offense does figure it out, it is, like, hypothetically doable. Why is Penei Sewell wearing 71? That looks wrong. The Panthers are all, yeah, they are 6-3. They're good. They've lost 2 in a row, though. They haven't been playing well today. 2nd and 6. There's a good throw downfield for Levis. Are you and the Panthers tied? No, Atlanta has 7 wins, and the Bears have 7 wins. So you guys are, like, tied for 3rd, which since Carolina's not winning their division, that would be you. You're in 3rd place. TJ Watt with another sack. Yeah, I apologize, TJ Watt. I wasn't familiar with your game. Yeah, he's here. 2nd and 18, though. Big play to the 32. It's Rod God. The good news for the loser of the tank off. That's what I've been saying. You better hope, one of them better hope Jaime Calhoun is really good. Because that's the consolation prize. Although if Seattle loses to tank off, maybe they don't even pick a quarterback. Maybe he just rolls with Sam Howell. It's not like Howell's been completely abysmal, and he was really good in the watch game. So if there's like if Clifford Coleman, for example, is like insane, maybe that's the route he would go with. Unless he just gives up everything for number 1, which I think Seamill's a lot more likely to do that than Spolk if Spolk loses. They both have one. They both have 1 win. I don't think you guys are bad enough to catch them. I always pronounced it Jamie. I think Jaime sounds cooler though, and he's from Miami, so it's like a diverse area. So Jaime is like reasonable. Jamie's just, it doesn't flow off the tongue like Jaime. I mean, you can call it what you want, but Jaime's cooler. I petted a nice dog. That's cool and all, but I don't think petted's a word. His last name's that's a good point. Calhoun is not very Hispanic. So maybe you're onto something. Levis is sacked by Javon Hargrave and friends. This is probably the game. Flag, I think they're going to be called for a hold on Detroit. It won't matter because he's incomplete. Yeah. Will Levis's animation looks slow and fast at the same time. His release starts slow, but then once he's in the motion to get it out, we can probably simcast now. Once he's in the process of getting out, it comes out quick. Whoa, pause. But like his wind up, I don't know if wind up is the right word. He's not a pitcher, but like as he sets his body ready to throw it, that part's like it was definitely slow on that last sack. As the Bears win 17-3, this was a weird game. I feel like both offenses generally moved the ball down the field kind of well, but we had 20 points. Strickland, Waters, NDJ, Norris, Doris. Along with the users, you have Bakker's player, you have Alpo's player, you have Candy's player. Baker Mayfield was pretty solid. Not a ton of downfield stuff. Levis did look downfield. It didn't really work, though. But I thought there were some good things from Levis. Benny Snell masterclass, of course. The Bears also ran the ball well. Watch game Dulcich, 11 for 69. Nice. Penei Sewell, 7 pancakes. He also allowed 2 sacks, though. TJ Watt with a giant second half. And with that, we can sim. Actually, no, I have to make the Anthony Richardson change, and then we can sim. He's probably going to ask for a max contract. Well, that's if he's good. I'm curious what happened here with the Bears. Mike Evans is out for 4 weeks, as is Everett Cleveland. The good news is you'll have the Rizzler back. But Mike Evans, in particular, being out for a month, obviously stings. So he'll miss the next week, and he's going to miss the first 3 games of the following stream, which includes another matchup against Detroit. I think. If I can beat the Voyagers, you can beat the Voyagers. The Voyagers beat the Broncos, who have been, or maybe the best team in the league, but they can't beat the Raiders. Let's hope no one tries to run the Ravens playbook with Bobby Strickland. Oh boy. If you know, you know. He's the starter. Yes, I did just put him as the starter, so he's all good to go. Broncos lost. Yeah, it's Naruto's the coach. Did you expect them to go 14-3? I mean, I guess they still could. They only have 2 losses. Bengals. They have lost a lot in a row. 4. They lose to Baltimore this time. Ravens are 3-0 on the stream. Hopefully they finish 3-1. Bryce Young, 3 interceptions. He also threw 4 touchdowns, though. Drew Lock was not any good. Treylon Burks and DK Metcalf, both with over 100. The Black Knights beat the Broncos! Oh! Thank you, Little Job. Wow! So they've beaten the Broncos and the Chargers. And Anthony Richardson played really well against both of them. There's a reason why I traded the Black Knights pick when I did, guys. There's a reason for this. Its value was at its highest at the end of the last stream, and I knew I had to get rid of it. The Blues, whoa, they get smacked by the Titans. Big win for Tennessee. They're back in first place. I think this is the first time. Yeah, these 2 teams would play each other week 18, because that's when the Titans played against the Jaguars in real life. Hopefully that game decides the division. That'd be fun. The Black Knights they've still got a lot of catching up to do, though, but maybe they can turn something out of their season. Browns lose to the Steelers, so the Steelers are still only a game and a half back. Hopefully we can help Pittsburgh out with this next week. Mike Onwenu allows 3 sacks, 2 for Jermaine Johnson. Myles Garrett also with 2. The Bulls had a bye week. Oh, wow. This team sucks. They're not even tanking, and they're putting up games like the Seahawks and the Raiders. The Caps are right in the mix for this number 1 pick. Holy cow. They're not even trying to... Do they play against either Seattle or the Raiders? That'd be funny if they did. I don't think they do, but we can check. They have not won since week 1. Wait, so the Black Knights lost to the Cavs, but they beat the Chargers and the Broncos. Make it make sense. No, they don't play either of the Tankers. That'd be funny if they did. Cardinals beat the Condoms. I had the tiebreaker, so you're only a game back. Okay. Yeah, the Ravens not had a bye week? Or is it the other way around? Chargers. Is it time to bolt up? It sure is. 35-7. Jalen Hurts is back. Justin Fields was abysmal. There we go. The Dreadnoughts aren't like some great team, but they're not terrible. They're like 4-6. They're respectable. Big game for DeAndre Hopkins. Where's the pass rush been the entire stream? It's been nowhere. Owen Popo with 2 interceptions, though. I can't wait for when we play the Raiders on primetime, because then he might be able to pass Ernest Jones. Chiefs lose to the Eagles. What quarterback will fall to Kansas City in the draft? They're not going to get Flowers. I don't know how good Calhoun is, but I don't feel overly confident that they get him, although it's possible. The Commies lose to the Giants. Yeah, I said there's a reason why I said this was a 2-horse race in the East, even when the Commies won last week. So the Giants and Eagles are both starting to play a little bit better, and this race is actually starting to become competitive. After nobody tried in this division for the first 9 weeks of the year. Condoms lost. Cowboys lose to the Panthers. Big win for Carolina. They needed this one. While Dallas continues their tank. Similarly with the Chiefs, I wonder who falls to them at quarterback. Because them as well are probably not getting Mr. Flowers. The Dreads lost. The Eagles won. Falcons, bye week. The Niners won. The Giants won. The Huskies had a bye week. The Jets throttle the Voyagers 34-7. Wow. Giant win for the Jets to really put them back in the AFC East race. Strong game from Dak. Deshaun Watson was not so good. Chubb played very well. This has been a big stream for the Jets. They win a watch game over a good Chargers team. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. They beat the Raiders, which is to be expected, but this, now that's a statement. Lions lost. Panthers won. Raiders, they scored! They only lost 45-3, their first points in a month. Tajay Sharp only threw 2 interceptions this time. Good for him. Jackson Smith and Jigba, hello, welcome back to the lineup. Trayvon Diggs with one of the 2 interceptions for the Dildos. The Rams, 45-0 over Seattle. Lamar Jackson was solid. Reader only threw 2 interceptions. Not a ton of interceptions for the 2 quote-unquote quarterbacks. And Tajay had 100 yards apparently. I didn't even notice that. Ravens won. The Hogs had a bye week. Seattle lost. Steelers won. Titans won. Voyagers got smacked. Dildos won. And that brings us back to the Bears. Can we get Owen Popo in Defensive Player of the Week? I think he only had 2 tackles. Probably not. Yeah, no. We do get Jalen Hurts, though. Along with Lamar Jackson, Divine Diablo, and Minka Fitzpatrick. Getting 10 picks in one game is not built for everyone, apparently. How close are we getting teams to clinching? I think we're still a couple weeks off. The Ravens now the best record in the league, and they will officially finish over 500. The first team to do so. They're a game and a half ahead of the Steelers. Steelers still have the tiebreaker, though. Titans and Blues are tied. Titans currently own the tiebreaker, so they're in first place. Voyagers still lead the AFC East, but only by half a game now. The Jets, who have won 5 in a row, they are coming. And then the Broncos and Chargers are now tied for first in the West. We have not played each other once this year. So the Broncos, who looked like arguably the best team in the league coming into the day, have really fallen apart. The Bears are starting to build a nice lead over Detroit in the North. Falcons are still a half game ahead of Carolina in the South. Giants lead the East by half a game over the Eagles, and the Niners are only one game over the Rams and only a game and a half over the Cardinals. As for the tank-off, still a lot of really bad teams. We have more bad teams than good ones, and that's going to bring us into Week 12. So our last game is the Chargers and the Ravens. Please, for the love of God, if I can't beat Nick, I need to beat SG. It lands on 1. That is Baltimore. Check Ernest Jones' breakout. Oh, he probably did get one, I would hope. The message probably would have come up last week, though. Might be kind of late for that. Yeah, no. Do have a new injury, though. Oh! Ouch! Nick Chubb, dislocated hip, is going to be gone for 6 weeks. That's not ideal, is it? The Ravens were 1. Yeah, we're at home. Please, Sim Gods, I need you here. Our first 2 Simcast games have gone really well. We're 6 ratings higher than these guys. White uniforms, purple pants. Easy enough. I think we're going to do, if it lets me, which it should, now that we know it works, I think we're going to do powder blues. Actually, it's dark. I have to wear, like, something dark. We're going to go with the Royals. I like the navy blues better, but the navies did not work against the Jets, clearly. All right, on to the final game of the day, a simcast between the Ravens and the Chargers, 2 of the best teams in the AFC. Nobody has a better record than Baltimore. The Ravens are 9-2. They've played and beaten a lot of really good teams, and right now, they kind of feel like the best team in the league at this point. Now, if the Chargers win, maybe we can get that crown, or maybe we can at least get closer to that crown. The Chargers have had back-to-back pretty good weeks after our embarrassing loss against the Jets, though we do not need to relive. I'd rather not lose to both Nick and SG, not so much because we can't afford to lose, but more so because I'm sick and tired of losing to these guys. Bad start. Okay, well, at least we're on the goal line to start the second. Should we punch it in? We do. Okay. Ooh, big turnover to end the first half. We're still tied at 7. Ravens get a field goal. Can the offense wake up, please? All right, we're going to go slower. Chargers had the ball. The offense is laying an egg. We're getting something here, though. 3rd and 4. Okay. Debo with a nice play, and we score a touchdown. I think, again, it's still too early to hop in, though. And I'm more confident in our defense in watched than the sim, so don't make this as, like... Don't think I'm trying to help myself. The defense does get a stop, though. What a punt, though. Down at the 2 for Behringer. Since we're winning and had the ball, we'll continue to simcast. Ooh, big penalty on 3rd and 3. Vita Vea, probably a roughing. Just let Sean Tucker cook. Okay, no, we're hopping in now. So the Ravens have it at the 10. They're down by 4 with 4:20. Blaze it. Left to go. Field goal doesn't do them anything. They need to go pretty much the length of the field. Now, they still have time. They can afford to run the ball a little bit, as Javonte gets 9. Do I trust this? The better question is, do I trust the defense? I mean, I don't trust the defense in watched or sim, even though I think the defense is pretty good. Can you show me and Nick's stats first? I have to go in like 3 minutes. I don't think the game's going to end in like 3 minutes, but I can still do it first in case you're still here. Nice first down for Rashad Bateman. Bryce Young, you are now on the clock. This is a big opportunity for him, for sure. Does he not have Superstar yet? I feel like he would have played enough snaps. At this point, it's week 12. He still has Superstar, right? They didn't take it off of him. Ooh, risky throw. It will go for a first down. Young's numbers on the day look fine. He hasn't been, like, great, but he hasn't been bad. Now, the Ravens only have 10 points, which isn't a lot. He does have Superstar. Yeah, okay. I didn't think they took it off. That'd be mean. I mean, I'd be happy with it because it hurts one of my rivals, but that'd still be kind of mean. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Can both teams lose? It would benefit you guys if we won, I'm just saying. Because, for one thing, the Ravens are better right now, so seeding. And second of all, you have the tiebreaker over us. So, Us winning is the best thing that could happen to you. Assuming that both of us either win the division. Actually, if we both lose the division, then no, it wouldn't be good. Yeah, never mind. I guess you can root for both teams to lose. I just got a call from Cincinnati, Ohio. Didn't you guys already play the Bengals? Third and 4. Ooh, nice play for Baltimore. That'll keep the drive going. Isaiah Likely will likely keep the chains moving. Bengal legend, who day? Why are all these former Bengals playing really well against me today? I hate it here. Chidobe Awuzie had a couple nice plays. Uchenna Nwosu had the play of the game. And now Isaiah Likely? What's happening? Chiefs play the Raiders this week? Oh my lord. I cannot wait to see that score. We might have somebody score in the negatives. If the Raiders win a game, it's that one. Can we tackle, please? 3rd and 1. Defense, I beg of you. This man has tormented me for... Oh, big stop. This man has tormented me for a whole OFL cycle. This year needs to be a new year. 4th and 1. If they don't get it, the game's over because they only have one timeout. Where's my pass rush? I don't know. The pass rush has been non-existent. Oh, they run it! And he gets it. And then some. But yeah, the pass rush, which has been like the one redeeming quality of the defense this year, has been really bad 3 games in a row. Speaking of, now we get pressure. Doesn't matter because Bryce Young launches a dime for Isaiah Likely. You know what that means, folks. We have to watch the Chargers offense run a 1-minute drill. I'm terrified. This is going to end horribly. I can already see it. A 12-play, 90-yard drive to take the lead. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Jalen, I beg of you, please throw the ball down the field. All we technically need is a field goal. Hurts has to be clutched. I know. I don't like our chances one bit. Can he, be in the zone, please? I would love that. No? Okay, I didn't think so. 49 seconds and 3 timeouts is enough time. Oh, Lord, we're off to a great... Oh, my goodness, and he's injured. Oh, my... Do not have him go into the locker room. Oh, thank God. Okay, well, we're not going to win this game, but at least he's okay. I thought our season just ended. Oh, my... Jeez. This is a disaster. Marcus Mariota's in at quarterback. Yeah, I think this game is over. Over. Trade. I didn't just make a trade, even though I want to. This team looks like a mess. Mariota looks like he has no clue what he's doing. Which I guess is, all things considered, at least Jalen Hurts doesn't have a serious injury. Because I just saw my eyes flash before myself there. Why did we run play action? We're not going to run the ball. All right, Marcus. Oh, my goodness. What is he doing? Ugh, not ideal. And the Ravens are going to find a way to pull it off. What a mess. At least Nick and SG are both in my conference. I'll have another chance to beat these guys, but, why couldn't it have happened now? Jeez, that was ugly. Bryce Young was pretty good. Jalen Hurts was meh. Thankfully, it's not a serious injury, else the season would be dead. Sean Tucker was a train wreck. That's a surprise. Quinn Minor's allowed 2 sacks. What are we doing here, Quinn? Vita Vea had a big game. Our pass rush, again, non-existent. At least Deron Bland had a pick. That's cool. So the team didn't play well, yet we're going to be closer to the Broncos than we started the stream. So it's we did not perform well, but the Broncos were worse. Sean's at 92 overall. There is an expectation for him to deliver, and he hasn't had many bad games, so it's fine. But he was a train wreck today. Okay, I just want to double check that Jalen Hurts is fine. for my own peace of mind. All right, good. Let's see the trade. Oh, wow, just like the real Browns. Well, I guess we're starting on the Jets now. Boom and boom. Perfect. Didn't pull an Naruto. He will cut Sylvan Ahmed. And then I'm assuming I'm going to have to make Hunt the starter because EA doesn't realize that good players become starters after trades. Kareem Hunt, an 80 overall in the big 2024. Whoever plays Denver, I need a favor from you, okay? This week didn't go to plan, so we could use some help. Oh! Ugh. 42-14. Wow. Okay. Well, the Jets have just come flying down to earth. How valuable is Nick Chubb? Mac Jones balled out. Kareem Hunt, he only got the ball 8 times. He was fine in those 8 carries. Jackson Smith-Njigba's been on a heater these last 2 weeks, completely making up for the fact that he was injured. Ernest Jones with another pick, though. He's at 7. Lions. Rough stream for the Lions. They go 0-3. What once was a pretty close division race is now very much not anymore. Will Levis was garbage. And the Dreadnoughts spoil the Thanksgiving fun in the Motor City. Carolina beats the Titans. Ooh, nice win for Carolina. Rough start from the Panthers, but they finished strong. Did you just say I'm giggling? Oh, yeah, I guess I'd be giggling too if Mac Jones threw 4 touchdowns. Never mind, that makes sense. Raiders, here we go again. Oh, wow, competitive against the Chiefs. That's supposed to be a vaunted defense, and they scored 10. Tajay Sharp, oh, wow. He threw a touchdown. He also threw 8 interceptions. Oh, Lord. Who had all the picks for the Chiefs? Yeah, Kansas City's really bad if you can't tell, guys. Tariq Woolen allowed 0 sacks. Yeah, Trent Brown allowed 3. Oh, there's a 2 in there. I'm surprised Minka didn't have 7. Nobody had more than 2. I'm just realizing, how would Minka have 7 if Minka is on the same team as Tajay Sharp? That doesn't make sense. Never mind. We'll roll. Ooh, the Cardinals with a big win over the Rams. Wow. How about that? Lamar Jackson lays an egg with a big game for the division and wild card. That's not my MVP. My MVP lays eggs against good teams. The Ravens obviously won. They have won a lot in a row. They haven't lost since week 5. Damn. The Hogs beat the Caps only by 3. That's a loss in itself for the Hogs. Keeping it this close against this team. Seattle. Light 63 bomb by the Niners. No biggie. 28 in the 4th. 8 touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. That's a record. While DJ Reader threw 5 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence is going to get a dev increase just because of this game. I hate it here. Five sacks for Von Miller. 2 interceptions for Byron Jones. Steelers beat the Bengals. Still only a game and a half separates them. Both QBs were pretty bad. The Bengals officially are really bad. Titans lost. Voyagers back on track. They beat the Eagles. So now the Voyagers are back ahead of the Jets. In the past 2 weeks, I've outscored my opponents 100-0. To be fair, you played against the Caps in Seattle. Not exact. Wow, the Dildos went 3-0 today. Albeit they played the Chiefs and the Raiders, but hey, 3-0 is 3-0. The Bears handle business against the Black Knights. Big stream for Chicago. They go 4-0. I didn't know if I should trust the Bears, but they've had a great day. Two sacks for TJ Watt again, and a pick for Foye Oloakin. The Bengals lost. They've been a disaster. The Black Knights lost. Blues beat the Condoms. So the Blues are now back in first place. Despite a Justin Herbert poor performance. Quinn Johnston played well again, obviously. Broncos country, let's ride. They beat the Browns only by 3. That's a fraudulent win you got there, Denver. Very fraudulent win. So the Broncos are back ahead of the Chargers. When do we play them? Week 14 and week 17. Interesting. Okay. The Browns lost. The Bulls beat Atlanta. Oh, that's a surprise. Brock Purdy played very well. Wait, am I sure I read it right? Yes, the Bulls won. 2 scores for Tyler Algier, even though he was abysmal on the ground otherwise. I chased young kids. Chased 2 kids in the backfield for sacks. The Caps stink. The Cardinals won. Chargers lost. Chiefs won. The Commanders lose to the Cowboys. That's interesting. Washington continues to struggle. PJ Walker played really well. Good for him. Not that they were trying to win, but good for him. Jamal Agnew played really well. The Condoms lost. Dallas won. The Dreads won. Eagles lost. Falcons lost. Niners won. Giants lose to the Huskies. This team will never make sense. Neither of these teams will. Kyler was fine. Geno Smith was not fine. He was awful. Greg Dortch, another masterclass, per usual. The Huskies won, of course. And that brings us back to the Jets. Don't we have to do an extra week? We will. That day will not be today, though. But you are correct. Players of the week, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Von Miller, and Minkah Fitzpatrick. Again, he has won 2 today. Even though he plays for the lowly Raiders. All right, let's get our standings update. We can also look at the playoff picture as well. So Baltimore and the Steelers still in a tight battle, but the Ravens have won 7 in a row. It doesn't look like anyone can slow them down. In the South, the Blues are back on top, as are the Voyagers by a game and a half. Jets fall to 3rd with the Dildos passing them, and then the Broncos are now back ahead of the Chargers. How would the wild card tie-breaking work? Because Steelers will be 5. We lost to the Jets, who have lost to the Dildos, who lost to us. And I don't think the Titans are going to play any of these teams. As for the NFC, Bears are pretty close to actually clinching this division fairly soon, with the Lions falling off a cliff. Falcons and Panthers are tied. Atlanta still is the tiebreaker. The Giants lead the East because nobody wants to win this division. And then the Niners are a game and a half ahead of the Cardinals in the West. I should be able to get 10 wins. I don't know. There's some good teams in the AFC. So here's your playoff picture. Okay, so they give it to Chargers, Dildos, and Jets. We really need the Dildos to beat the Jets the second time around. Go Dildos. The Ravens and the Bears are currently in first place, although there are a handful of teams not too far behind them. Let's take a look at the injury report. Nick Chubb is out for 5 more weeks. which is basically the regular season. Brees Hall's out for 4 more. Tariq Woolen, broken collarbone at left tackle. He's out for 3. Josh Reynolds is out for 1. These two still have 3 more for the Bears. Peter Skoronski's out for 4. The Dreadnoughts have quite a few, including a torn pec for Dante Fowler Jr. And that's everything. All right, let's briefly do stats and whatnot. Everyone put your teams in the chat. Hopefully it doesn't hide them like it did last stream. That was weird. Bryce Young leads in yards. Wow. The passer rating leader is Trevor Lawrence. I wonder why. Followed by Lamar, Goff, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts in the top 5. And Zip and Zappy's, and actually no, there's going to be some other guys towards the bottom. 13 and 9. The rushing leader is Derrick Henry with Joe Mixon and Sean Tucker. Also over 1,000. The receptions, or the yards leader is Greg Dortch. The receptions leader is Greg Dortch. The touchdowns leader is Keenan Allen with 13. Sacks. 14 allowed by Rasheed Walker. And then on defense, Micah leads in tackles by a lot. Sack leader in the AFC is Micah Parsons with 13.5. 7 picks for Ernest Jones. And then in the NFC, tackles for loss, TJ Watt. Sacks, Drew Sanders, 13.5. And then Bradbury and Baker at 5 picks. All right, let's begin our stats. We will start in Detroit with the Lions, who did not have a very good day today, but at least they get to go first. Odell Beckham's averaging over 4 yards a carry. Good for him. Drew Sanders, the Arkansas product. Josh Allen has 2 sacks. Ooh. Ravens. Bryce Young has 28 touchdowns. If not for the interceptions, he'd be having himself a year. After the Ravens, we've got the Jets. Ernest Jones, not my decoy. Panthers. Josh Allen threw 2 picks today. The dream is dead. Was it ever alive considering it is Josh Allen after all, though? Hogs. After the Hogs, we have the Cardinals. OFL 22, Emmanuel Ogba's back, minus the sacks. Niners. After the Niners, we had the Bengals. Who dey? After them, we had the Raiders. Oh, this will be fun. How many passing touchdowns do the Raiders have? Like 2? Oh, yeah, no, the other guy's not here. It's just Tajay Sharp with his touchdown-interception ratio of 1 to 25. Yeah, where's Nathan Rourke? There he is. He's the second leading rusher behind J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, they have 2 passing touchdowns. Ouch. Can I request a Hutch game log? I can do that. Fletcher Cox has 15 TFLs. Maybe the Steelers were right all along. The Black Knights. After them, we've got the Blues. After the Blues, we have the Steelers. Can I get a throw power update on Kenny Pickett? Pickleman has 88. Seattle. Trevor Lawrence has superstar. I don't think it would have went up. Gardner Minshew leads the team in sacks allowed with only 4 games. And then here is your Hutch game log. Did I miss anyone other than my own team? Speak now or forever hold your peace. "17 touchdowns, something light. LaDainian Tomlinson, we're coming. As for our awards update, Lamar is the MVP frontrunner currently. Coach of the Year belongs to the Blues. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Mike King. Sean Tucker. Defensive Player of the Year is Ernest Jones. Dear God. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Sean Tucker, very narrowly ahead of Quentin Johnston. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Ivan Pace. Owen proposed in second. Jalen Hurts, best. Oh, so now he's first after last stream. He wasn't even on the list. It's not even like he was good today for his standards. Sean Tucker, best running back. We might just sweep through these. Keenan Allen, best receiver. Should be Dortch. Chris Lindstrom, best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman, Micah Parsons. Ernest Jones. Desmond King. And Matt Gay. In the NFC, Lamar Jackson's the Offensive Player of the Year. Depoy is T.J. Watt. Bijan Robinson is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is obviously Drew Sanders. Cardinals have 2, 3, and 4. His quarterback is Lamar. His running back is Joe Mixon. Cooper Kupp, best receiver. Yeah, Keenan Allen does have a lot of touchdowns, but Dortch's overall numbers, I feel like, are better, even though he is kind of a slot merchant. But it is Greg Dortch. So we need to give him all the credit possible. All right, let's take a look at the schedule, and that'll do it. I don't know if we're going to do, how many weeks we're going to do next stream. I don't know if it'll be 3, 4, 5, whatever. So we'll just do the entire rest of the year, scheduling-wise. Any games that pop out. Hawks-Titans is interesting. This game is interesting. Broncos-Condoms isn't bad. Here's week 14. Lions-Bears Part 2. Not as compelling as the first part, now that it looks like the Bears might run away with that division. Ooh, this is a fun game. Rams-Ravens. Broncos-Chargers as well. Week 15. I'm excited for this game. How many are we going to win by? I'm also, now that I say it, I'm also terrified for it. What happens if we lose? Here's week 16. Week 17. When did the Jets play the Dildos again? That game's really important. It's not this week. Is it week 18? I don't think so. No, so I passed it already. It's not week 16. Week 15. Oh, it's the same week as the Chargers and the Raiders. Oh, I passed it already. There it is. All right, so that should just about do it. I don't know when the next stream is. Again, stay tuned. Hope everybody enjoyed. And yeah, peace out.